Hey everyone, Chris Kiefer here of SkEye Media. I'm in the car and just have a lot of thoughts going through my head, so I'm posting a couple questions for you. Just got done listening to the Ask Gary V podcast, and one of the things that he mentioned that I never really considered before is that brands are paying for distribution and they're commoditizing the creative. And I think that's an interesting experience that I definitely experienced myself, but the creative services that we have known for some time really now are, and I don't know how many of you are in the creative space currently, but there are so many people out there that are able to take photos and do videos, and they're writers and painters and all this stuff that they're trying to make a living being creative. And it is very, very difficult to build a profitable business in the creative space unless you are becoming an expert in a particular field. So I think it's a really interesting point that creative is a commodity. That's not a profitable business, or not a very lucrative business. You've got to be doing something else in addition to creative. Now, basically every business has a creative aspect, but that's not what the business is built on, because it's a commodity. And the big brands know this, and they're able to basically take their pick of the great creatives of the world, hire them on, and then what they're really going to pay for is, thousands or millions of dollars just for reach, just for distribution of this creative content. But the creative content itself is no longer rare. It's not valuable anymore. One of the stories that they just mentioned was there's a guy who has a podcast or a YouTube channel and whatnot about fatherhood, and apparently Apple reached out to him and they saw a picture he had posted on Instagram and said, hey, we really like this picture, we want to use it in one of our ads. And they made some deal with him, and now that picture that he took is being used on 90 billboards around the world. And I think, again, that's just such a fantastic, I don't know how much he got paid, but let's say it was $1,000 or whatever, $10,000, $5,000. For Apple, that's nothing. But they can basically just go through Instagram and all of these places where there's just video content and photo content and just tons and tons of really, really great content. They find the thing that they like, they buy it, and then they pay $1 million to have that distributed. But I think that's an interesting concept. Creative is a commodity. Distribution is what businesses are paying for.